Welcome back to Highlight Movie Recap. Today I'll show you a love, suspense, self-discovery drama film from 2025 titled A Merry Christmas Miracle. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Do you know that sometimes God just wants to listen to your silent prayers, but you chose to be silent? Amara found herself in this predicament, and she finally accepted to cast her burden upon the Lord. She made a promise to her daughter, Nneka, as a single mother to bring home a mysterious man who wants to be her father because she has always wanted a father who will love them and take them away from the sufferings and also this uncompleted building they call a home for 3 years now. Amara formed this mysterious man from her head in her desperation to console her daughter for months now and named him Mr. Joseph, who lives abroad and has promised to be with them before Christmas to change their lives for better. And now, Christmas is near, all she asks is for God to send down this Mr. Joseph on or before Christmas Day. And what if I tell you that miracles do happen? If not for your sake, but for the sake of those little innocent children who pours out their heart to God. Amara found herself doing this again after she promised the last time to clear up her debts. The pharmacist wouldn't give her the drugs this time around when a young man and his daughter walked in. They followed her to know what might have caused her lack of concentration to almost get knocked. She apologized and told him that her daughter is sick, so she ran down to get drugs, but unfortunately, the pharmacist wouldn't give her due to her piled-up bills of 30,000 naira. Little Laura asked her father to help the sick child, and her bills were cleared. The Good Samaritan also offered to bring her back and to also visit the sick child. They came in to find Nneka not moving, so they rushed her to the hospital. The doctor confirmed that it was food poisoning and she was going to be fine, and also sort out the medical bills. Amara was so grateful for his kindness, and also to little Laura, he also gave her some money for her and her daughter's upkeep. Amara asked him for his name, and little Laura told her that her father's name is Mr. Joseph. Could this be a coincidence to her or her prayers finally finding answers? He promised to come check on them tomorrow, and they left. Joseph and his daughter came the following day as promised. Nneka was much better. Joseph was surprised when Nneka called his name. She had long awaited to see him ever since her mother had been talking about his arrival. Her mother also didn't tell her that he has a child, but she was so excited to finally meet them. Joseph was dumbfounded with the introductions, like Amara knew him before. Joseph wanted to have a word with Amara. The doctor said that they are free to go, but she feels comfortable staying an extra night here, with comfort under an air conditioner, than going back to where life made her call a home with so many hazards. The question is, who wishes to spend another night in a hospital? Only if you know what people are passing through. Joseph brought them back. The truth is, Nneka was privileged to attend a prestigious school through a scholarship. This made the rich kid bully her, but Laura was different. Joseph and his daughter had to leave, but Laura felt bad over her newly found friend and the kind of life they were living. She wants her father to do something about it. Joseph assured her that with time, everything will be fine. Joseph met with his friend, Benjamin, who is a reverend father. He told Father Benjamin about the lady and her daughter he helped, and to make matters worse, his little daughter just met these strangers, and she keeps talking about them. Before Amara came for confession that day, Laura met with Father Benjamin, whom she calls uncle, that she wants a family, a mother and a sister specifically that she can play around with, so he believes that now that she found them, it is God answering her prayers. Nneka also can't stop talking about Laura and her father. She asked her mother when Mr. Joseph is coming to fulfill his promises of taking them out of poverty. To Amara, this is one question that she could not answer as she bidded her daughter a good night's rest. The next day, Laura brought some of her unused clothes she intended to give to Nneka. Inasmuch as Joseph tried to get his mind off from what was becoming an attachment, Laura kept bringing him back. He had no choice if that's what was going to make her happy. Amara was surprised to see them again after she thought that Joseph wouldn't come back. They were here to take Amara and her daughter out. The surprise was to bring them for shopping. He asked them to pick whatever they wanted. From a boutique to the saloon to make their hair, Joseph and his daughter waited for them until they were done. He was marveled at the sight of her beauty. Laura asked her father if they could take pictures to at least keep these wonderful first outings. He brought them home to find out where he and his daughter stays. Little Nneka hasn't seen a place as beautiful as this. He asked them to feel relaxed while he goes to serve dinner. Joseph called Father Benjamin while in the kitchen to update him about what was happening. He couldn't get hold of himself with this lady as he ended the call. He was still fidgeting and a glass cup fell off his hand. Amara heard the glass fall on the ground and rushed down to the kitchen. She came in to help but found out that he wasn't himself, so she left since he insisted. They had a wonderful meal. Laura asked her father if she could take her friend in, and her request was granted. After the dinner, they sat down to talk. She still cannot stop thanking him for all he had done for her. She told him how it all happened to have found her and her daughter living in an uncompleted building. She got pregnant out of wedlock. Her parents, who were pastors, couldn't bear the shame, so they sent her out. Neither did the man who impregnated her accepted the child in her 3rd year in the university, although he died later and her parents accepted her back after facing public criticism. But tragedy hit her when her parents died in a ghastly car accident on the same day she gave birth to her daughter. Ever since then, she and her child were judged and called an evil omen to have taken the lives of her parents. So the church and relatives took away everything from her. She started life all over again, and with the help of a friend who could vouch for her, she was able to start a daily contribution business. She picked up again with her little child in her 4th year in the business. One day, a client called her and told her that the bank was folding, so she withdrew all her money in cash, only for her to be robbed that night, and all her customers' savings worth 12 million naira all vanished. She was thrown in and out of the cell several times by angry customers who thought she ate the money. Ever since then, she has spent all her years trying to offset her debts, while she still owes over 75% of her debts. All these made her not be able to afford to rent a decent apartment for her and her child. At the same time, Laura was also consoling Nneka, who has pity on her mother as a very hard-working woman, but yet they are unable to afford a good life. She wept so bitterly because all she wished was to give her daughter a better life. Joseph felt pity on her and assured her that God was not done with her, even when she had dashed her hopes away. Joseph brought her to his boys' quarters. He asked her and her daughter to stay here. He was just a helper who took her in when no one was there, and now he offered her shelter. This is the same name, Mr. Joseph, that she has always wished for Christmas to come to her rescue, and now everything seems to come to pass gradually. It was good news to the kids. They were finally going to see each other every day now. What kind of joy comes to kids whenever their parents fulfill their promises? She thanked her mother for keeping to her promises of having a Christmas different from others. Joseph will be out of town for days. He usually drops his daughter with other friends and families until he is back, but Laura wants to stay with her newly found family. They kept arguing this until Amara and her daughter came in. She asked him if he was traveling with the luggage she saw. Joseph told her that everything was fine until his daughter escalated the situation on ground. She wasn't happy and left. Amara asked him to trust her in safely keeping his daughter until he is back. This is her little way of saying thank you. He finally accepted and asked her to make a list of all she will need while he is away, and his driver will have them delivered to her. It was going to be a Christmas vacation filled with fun. The girls had wonderful moments and experiences in cooking and learning from Miss Amara. To Laura, she wished that this family she had ever wished and prayed for should be God-answered prayers. Joseph was back after days on his trip. He saw the difference in his home with the cleanliness and fragrance. He thanked her so much. To him, she is the kind of a woman every man wished they could have and deserves better. He told her that he was going to pay up all the debts that she owes. To Amara, this was more than she asked God for, as she was startled with what seems impossible to her. Amara was about to go back to her quarters after serving him dinner. Laura asked her father after she had left if he liked her. He wouldn't want to talk about it, but she insisted and told her father that Amara likes him because Nneka told her so. It looks like the girls had all these planned out. Nneka told her mother also to see Mr. Joseph, more than a caring man, but a man in love. Amara just sat there and listened to her daughter, as those words gave her the inspiration that she needed. Joseph came the next morning to see them. Little Nneka had to leave for the both adults to talk. He came to ask her if she could permit her daughter to join his daughter for a friend's birthday party. He thinks that will also give her the time she needs to go see her clients. She noticed something on his beard and asked if she could remove it. It was as if they have never done this before, even when they are both single parents. Joseph was about to compliment her when he realized that he was not supposed to do this, and left. Amara paid up her debts to her patient clients who never thought that she would pay up in her lifetime. Her client wanted to know the kind of God that she serves. Those questions sank into her about the God that she serves, with tears of joy filled in her eyes. She never thought that this day would ever come to pass. She came back home to find Joseph at home. While the kids were out, she hugged him first as a sign of her appreciation for all she never imagined could have happened. Joseph also had a surprise for her. He prepared a nice meal for both of them. She wanted to freshen up and will be on her way back. She came back and looked more beautiful than ever. Joseph can't stop looking at her. She told him that she hasn't had dinner like this with a man in 8 years now. Perhaps she could be passing a message that she hasn't had sex in 8 years. They talked while eating. Amara asked him about his wife. He told her that she died of cancer when Laura was 5 years old. She really felt bad and sympathized with him. She also wanted to know what he does for a living. Joseph startled a bit before telling her that he is a public speaker and also teaches. Amara didn't notice this, but should this be something we should take note of? Amara wished that she could also go back to school if she had the privilege again to help inspire her daughter that she's not allowed to quit, no matter what. They talked more after dinner. Amara found out that he is also a writer. They talked about his most recent book, which was titled Love and Sex, and how it affected their personal lives. Amara never regretted her past relationship with the man who impregnated her and ran away because Nneka is the best thing that has happened to her. But she is ready to give love another chance. She asked him if he was ready to let another woman into his life. This was a tough question for him to answer as he quickly rushed to use the kitchen. He couldn't get hold of himself again like the first time. Amara thought that she should check on him. Joseph picked his phone up to call his friend. She eavesdropped when he said that he cannot stand her anymore over the phone. Amara heard everything. She apologized for inconveniencing him and was about to leave when he stopped her. He had something to tell her. Joseph is a priest. And as a matter of fact, he is the priest that she confessed to at the church. Amara couldn't digest the big swallow because she was already falling in love with the priest. Joseph wanted her to know that he never used her confessions on that day against her by stalking her and acting like Mr. Joseph. Fate brought them, and he realized everything when her confessions related with what he saw in her reality. All he wanted was to help her after he realized her condition and walk away, but he couldn't because his daughter also prayed for a mother and a sister. The question now is that how possible does a priest have a child? Amara couldn't find answers to that. At least her daughter should know the truth that she lied about Mr. Joseph in the first place. Little Nneka understood all her mother has passed through. At least they are grateful to God that they are debt-free, and she can work harder now to take good care of her without having debts to pay, even though she can't give her a good father that she has always wanted. She left a note for him before leaving. It is going to be a sin unto God if she will be the cause that a priest falls to seduction and temptations. She has fallen in love with him, and living in his house like nothing ever happened will be lying to herself. Joseph recalled that day that he was about to embark on 1-month vacation for reflection over his life. He was to hear the last confessions from the children of God before embarking his vacation when Amara was directed by an old woman to go for confession, even though she's not a Catholic worshipper. Joseph finally made his decisions after his 1-month vacation that he was going to leave the priesthood after 15 years of joining the seminary school. The truth is that he wasn't leaving the priesthood because he saw Amara, but he had already nurtured it in his mind all these while. This was the reason why he took a month-long vacation for self-discovery. He searched everywhere for her, but he couldn't find her. It was Christmas Day. Amara and her daughter came to visit with gifts and to celebrate Christmas with them. This was his opportunity to tell her his story. He is an orphan and was raised by a God-sent Catholic priest, Father Femi, who gave him everything he wanted as a child. He thought he owed Father Femi by becoming a priest. Father Femi had a goddaughter who got pregnant out of wedlock, and the man vanished. She gave birth to Laura, and 5 years later she died of cancer. He took it upon himself to take care of Laura as his daughter, as she also called him father. He confessed to her that he has feelings for her and wanted them to start a family. This has been her prayers for Christmas, and it came to pass. Thanks for watching this movie recap. Please comment your thoughts and also like and share this video for more super amazing videos that we're bringing to you. And if you're watching from our YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification for more. Thank you.